Hey everyone, my name is Jamie Lee. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Now for this video, I am throwing it back to an old series of videos that I used to do called floor chats. So today we are going to sit on the floor and we are going to have a conversation about why I decided to cancel my Ipsy subscription. Now, when I initially started ordering Ipsy, I was fairly excited. I thought it would be, you know, something cute, a fun little thing to get in the mail every month, and that I would make like a series of videos on them where I would review what I got in the box, let you know if I thought it was worth it or not, and I started doing those. And I, in total, ended up having Ipsy for about 6 months. And I found that when I watched those videos back, I personally hated them. It was not my style. It felt so forced and fake. Like, I am not a beauty guru by any stretch of the imagination. I like playing around with makeup. I do pretty much the same makeup look almost every time with like a nude eye or like an orangey brown, pink, one of those types of colors of eye, a nude pinky lip, and then that's pretty much it. Like some minimal foundation, very minimal bronzing. I am not somebody who is typically looking for like a crazy new look every time. So with that in mind, when I set up my Ipsy, tried to make sure that I limited like super like crazy things that I was never going to wear. Like, I'm not going to wear like black, blue, purple lipsticks. I own a couple of them and I'll put them on for fun, but I'm not going to wear them out. I know I'm not confident enough for that. So I made sure that I tried to actually select things that I would want to wear. And one of the things that I don't love to wear a lot of is a lot of powders, because my face tends to get very dry. So when I set it up, I made sure that I selected less powder products, especially like powder highlighters, setting powders, bronzers, any of those types of things. Like eyeshadow tends to be okay, but like I don't like putting a ton of heavy powder makeup on my face. So with that in mind, every single box received powder blushes, powder highlighters, this is another highlighter, here's like a little glitter package. Like, I kid you not. And I mean, if you go back and watch the videos again, you'll notice it. But you can just see the disappointment where every single box, all I'm getting is powder blush, a powder highlighter, a powder bronzer, and then 2 other things. Usually like a toner or like a moisturizer or a face mask. So that was one thing that struck me as a little bit odd. Another thing that kind of took me aback after, you know, reading the reviews and seeing what other people I knew had gotten, or like especially what influencers were getting. One thing that became very apparent is like, look at all of these things that I have here. So like Kaleido Cosmetics, Oriza Beauty, Estate. It became apparent very quickly that I was never, unless it was the thing that I specifically picked once per month, I was never receiving like big, well-known name brand items. So then, which I mean, it's nice to be able to try like smaller independent retailers, especially for makeup. But one of the biggest problems with that, especially for me, I live in Canada, is if I would Google some of these companies to say, hey, like I kind of liked this moisturizer, maybe I'll order some. They never ship to Canada. Or they would ship to Canada, but you're paying in US dollars, you're paying customs, it ends up being like double the price. So if I can't actually get the items here, I'm not getting name brand items, and I'm getting a lot of really flaky powders, especially like a lot of the powder things that I was getting were so chalky that like there's no color payoff. They're just like a super like high fallout on the eyeshadows, or blush that barely has any pigment, or it's just like so pigmented but flakes off of your face, I started to realize that maybe they try to lure you in with, oh, you're going to get all these really cool name brand things, and you don't. Now, of course, one of the other biggest reasons why I decided to cancel the subscription is just the amount of waste. So obviously every month you're getting a bag. So in total I have 6 bags now. Inside every bag you have like multiple items. A lot of times the items come with like multiple pieces of packaging, and like obviously I've saved some of them. And sure, it's recyclable, but it's also unnecessary. Like, I could just be going to Sephora, buying a full-size item. If I really don't like that item for whatever reason, you can return it. And obviously it does get destroyed. Like, let's not pretend that they're putting that moisturizer you used for 2 weeks back on the shelf. But you can also get trial sizes of things at Sephora if you really want them. And I just feel like that's much less wasteful to buy a full-size product rather than getting 100 samples of which maybe you end up liking and using 10%, maybe 20%. Like, I actually use on a daily basis very, very few of the items that I received. Honestly, samples from Sephora, like the ones that you get when you order online, in a lot of cases were better and I enjoyed them more than things that I got in Ipsy. Now, when I made up my mind, decided I was going to cancel, I of course went to the website and struggled around for 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out where the heck I could cancel it, because there were lots of things about skipping a month, but not about just canceling it outright, which I should have known. They would try to trick you. But I finally find the area. And it's going okay. They ask you a couple of questions about why you are choosing to cancel your subscription. So I listed the same kinds of things. Receiving a lot of products I don't like. I was receiving a lot of the same types of things every month. So like I said, blush I got literally every single month. One of them was amazing. The other ones were meh. And then I did also mention the amount of environmental waste, especially since like some of these bags, like I am probably not going to be able to find a use for all of these. I might see if I can donate them. We live across from an elementary school, like maybe the kids can use them as pencil cases or something. But I listed all of these reasons, and then they, for all of the screens, have like a button that says continue and a button that says actually, like, I'm okay, I want to continue my subscription. For the very last one, they flip them. So I am just going through whatever. It gives you like a statement about what happens, that you're canceling it, you're not going to get it again. So I click what I think is continue. It's actually cancel that whole thing. So I go to my email to find something saying that it's been canceled. I don't see it. So I go back and do that whole thing again, only to realize this time that they swapped the buttons on the last one. So I had to do that whole process twice, which is quite annoying. So once it's finally canceled, I get an email confirming that it's canceled. It basically wants you to like click a link to like go and like confirm that it's canceled. But directly under that link is like a big button that's like, click here to renew your subscription with one click. And now I get emails from them once a week asking me to renew my subscription with one click. So this thing that I just wanted to cancel, you know, I felt like it wasn't really for me. Now they constantly send me emails and they're like, oh, you'll get La Mer in your next bag if you come back. And like, you can come back with one click. We'll just start charging you again. It just feels a little predatory, I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, there are some things I liked from my Ipsy box. I know a lot of people who have been getting it for years, who love it, swear by it, use all of the products, especially people who like do makeup on other people. I feel like you're much more likely to use up more of this stuff, because just because this highlighter doesn't work for me, it might look amazing on somebody else with a different skin tone. It's just unfortunate because when you sign up for Ipsy, you fill out all this information about your hair color, eye color, skin color, like what kind of things you like. And I personally felt like it was completely ignored. I didn't get things that I liked. I just constantly got the same sorts of things over and over again. Even in my final bag, where I explicitly had said I want no blush, no highlighter, no bronzer, and no setting powder, I still got a blush and a highlighter. So I would just caution you that if you're thinking that you're going to do this and you're going to get, you know, lipsticks and like moisturizers every month, you probably won't. At least that was my experience. I never got a single hair product, even though I said that I would love to receive hair products. I received one lip product and it was something that I picked for that month, even though I said I would love to receive every color of lip product. Like, I think that they kind of give you the illusion that you are making the choice and you're picking the things and like it's hand selected for you. I don't think it is. I think they probably have like maybe 10 like sets of bags and they just try to match them with people, but probably it's like a, oh well, if it doesn't really match, it doesn't match, such as life kind of situation. And if anybody that works at Ipsy or has ever worked at Ipsy ever has the opportunity to watch this video and that is not the case, I would love to hear from you. Like I said, was pretty disappointed. I did think that the total value of most of the items that you get in the bag is worth the price you pay. So like that is not the bone that I have to pick. It's more so that it's supposed to be like a tailored experience, things that you will love. And I felt like I was just constantly receiving the same things from very, very unknown brands. Now, I desperately want to know, I'm very nosy, I would love to hear from anybody else who has ever had an Ipsy subscription. Have you canceled it? Are you still getting it? And did you feel like the choices you made in the beginning quiz impacted what you got? For instance, like if you said, I love hair products, I only want hair products, did you get a lot of those? Or did you feel like, similar to me, you were just kind of getting whatever you got? Like I said, I would love to know. Let's have a conversation about it. Also, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram again is here. And we can chat about it because I am very interested to know about other people's experiences with it. Sorry that this floor chat is not as drama filled as some of the ones in the past, but I just felt like I wanted to explain why I chose to stop doing it, especially because there were some people who were watching those videos and are probably wondering why I stopped doing them. This is why. I'm just not very interested in them anymore. People who have seen my video on like FabFitFun, for instance, I had kind of the same complaint about that. Like, I still have this body boost gel from my FabFitFun thing that is not something I would ever pick for myself, is not something I use. I've tried to force myself to use it a couple of times, but I never use it. And it just seems so wasteful to me to get like all of these products that you'll never use. And obviously once you open it, like unless you have a very close friend or family member who wants that exact thing, like it's not like I could resell that to somebody. It's been opened. It's not like I could just give it to somebody because like obviously you don't want to just accept like skincare products from a stranger, you know? So maybe the subscription boxes are just not for me. Now, if you did enjoy this video and you would like to see more from me, I do think that I will have more of these more informal, like get to know me chatty videos coming out in the next couple months. You can subscribe to me hitting the big red subscribe button found down below. Also, be sure to hit the bell notification button. I do usually put out a new video every single week, and that will let you know when the post goes live. Now, I do have some interesting ideas for the next couple months, including a kind of Q&A about what it's like to plan for a destination wedding. Like, where did my dress go in the airplane? How much did it cost for the wedding? Like, did guests pay or did I pay? those kinds of things. I realized that when I was planning my wedding, nobody else that I knew had really done it, so it was difficult to try and get advice or like talk to people about it. So I thought that might be fun, and hopefully that'll be out in the next month or so. So if there is anything else like that that you would like to see, or alternatively, if there are any questions you have for me about the destination wedding, let me know. I would love to include them in that video. So with all of that being said, thank you guys very, very much. I love all of you. I love making these videos. It makes me very, very happy to see that you guys enjoy them. And I hope that I will see you next week. Bye.